Okay, everyone, so this is just going to be a brief walkthrough on how to use some aspects of Discord that will be super helpful. So, when Discord opens up for the first time, it's going to look kind of like this after you've logged in and everything. You will have your friends list, you'll have direct messages or DMs, so messages with one person or a small group, as opposed to a server. And then over here, you will have your direct messages pop up if there's a new one, and then all of your servers that you're part of. So what's the difference between a group chat slash direct message versus a server? So a group chat is kind of just what it implies. It's like a messaging system. It's just multiple people in there. You can't separate out the topics. You can't do more of the things that we have set aside in our Discord server. The server itself will have, like, for example, the different rooms set aside, events, information, things like that. So, coming back over here, in the bottom left, you're going to see you, whether or not you are muted, if you can hear, and your settings. So, we're going to pop through settings real quick, just because there are some important things people should know. So, the settings, there's a lot of them. So, I'm just going to highlight a few. This is kind of your standard My Account. So, that's important to note. Ignore any billing settings. Discord is free. You can pay for some special features. Don't worry about it. App settings. So the biggest things you're going to see, if you want to be a little fancy, you can change the appearance. So the theme for your Discord. Some people like white as a background. I personally prefer a very dark background. You can also have it be the same as whatever the rest of the stuff is for your computer. Another big thing, UI or user interface density. How small the font and how close together things are. This is default. I like compact. As you can see, things are a little closer together. You can do spacious. Same thing with your chat messages. You can also change the font size. So you can have the font be huge. You can have it be really small. Up to you. Same thing with zooming. And then if you prefer 12-hour versus 24-hour clock versus whatever clock is on your computer. Now, voice and video is another big thing. Make sure your setting is voice activity, so that means if it hears you talking in whatever microphone you're using, see, it can hear me talking, therefore, it'll keep my microphone on. Right now I'm just on my laptop, so it has my defaults, but really you don't need to do anything special there. The biggest things will be window settings. Please turn off Open Discord and Minimize to Tray. So I'm sure some people have had the annoyance where they open up their laptop and Discord starts up when they're trying to enroll. Turn that off. So this means it does not automatically open when you open up your laptop. And minimize to tray. Most of the time when you click the X button, you're assuming it's going to close out the program or close the entire thing. For whatever reason, people can choose that as an option that it just puts it down at the bottom here instead of actually closing it. I'd rather close it. So that's kind of the big thing there. That's really the major things you kind of need to know when it comes to settings. So I'm going to leave the settings area and remind you that this is just kind of bare bones basics. So just like with Zoom, if you want to mute yourself, it's the microphone. If you don't want to hear anything but you don't want to leave the room, you can deafen yourself. So that means you can't be heard and you can't hear anything. So that's going to be part one. I'm going to do a little bit of stuff regarding server stuff in more details, such as the difference between a text channel and a voice channel, what all the breakout rooms are, how you jump between them, things like that. I'm going to do it for computer, and I'm also going to do it for mobile, because I know they look very, very different. Personally, when it comes to anything complicated, I prefer to use my computer. Now, as a last little note, Discord is a lot like Slack. So if you have any familiarity with Slack, it should kind of be one-to-one. And feel free to ask questions or bring up things that you have questions about. And I'll try to make sure this is available for everyone to use. Thanks, guys, and you'll hear me in the next video.